Good morning. My name's Bill Feehley, and I'm the Executive Director of the Maryland Society of Accounting and Tax Professionals. And with me this morning, I have Marc Paulina from Quest Insurance. And Marc is here. He's going to talk a little bit about his company. And they have a great plan that they're offering for MSATP members right now. And I'm hoping he'll talk a little bit about that. So, Marc, you jump in.
Thank you, Bill. It's a pleasure to be here. And I just wanted to, first of all, let everybody know that Quest Insurance has been around for the past 27 years. We've been helping employers, employees, and individuals with a variety or all of their insurance needs. We're basically a one-stop shop, and we are actually a small business ourselves. So we're very sensitive to small businesses and the challenges that they face. So whether it's risk management or employee benefits, we can be a source of knowledge for all of the members of MSATP. So
you do commercial lines insurance as well, liability, workman's comp?
Exactly.
All that?
Yes.
Okay, very good.
We do those. And in fact, we put together a brochure. I believe it was sent out to all of the members. In a digital format. We're also putting this together because we're going to be doing a mailing so that everybody will have, at hand the information to contact us if they have any issues that they want to consult with us on.
Okay.
We don't, it's not all about the sales here at Quest. Most of our clients, we feel more like family. We work with some employers as many as 900 employees, but we also work with lots and lots of employers under 10.
Okay.
In fact, I would say the bulk of our customer base is under 50.
Oh, okay.
So that is our space, and we realize that the challenges that individuals, self-employed people face are, especially in Maryland, there's a separate market for self-employed when it comes to employee benefits or medical insurance, medical, dental, and vision, separate market than there is for employers. When employers have, two or more, you have to have two or more unrelated people in order to form a group plan. And then you get to go shop that group market, which is very different. There's different products and the pricing is different. So we understand that. We went out and we found one of the big carriers. We were able to negotiate a package, at least with the dental and vision, that we can offer to all of the MSATP members. And when it comes to dental and vision, obviously the dental world has been watching the doctors, the health insurance going up and up and up, and it's never ending march.
Sure.
Dentists are jumping on the bandwagon too, and simple procedures are now costing quite a bit of money. So we wanted to give people selection. So we have a couple of different plans that they can choose from. One is a DHMO or a dental HMO, meaning you have to go to specific dentists. However, if you go to those specific dentists, you get really impressive benefits. You have an unlimited amount of dental work that you can have done versus going with a PPO. The PPO is a preferred provider organization, and that allows people to go to whatever dentist they want. If they've been going to the same dentist for 50 years, they can do that. However, it's going to be different. You're not going to quite get the generous benefits. And with some, there are waiting periods as well. However, if you go in and they recommend having one cleaning, your x-ray, your exam, 2 times per year. And those are, anywhere between $300 and $400 at most dentists. So, the value is in the products. If you want to, have that kind of coverage for you or your family. Beyond that, we went a step further. And we found a very unique life insurance product. Everybody knows that, or everybody typically would like to have some life insurance just as, to help cover some final expenses. And the world of life insurance is divided into two sections. One is term insurance, where you have a set term, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, where they give you generally a pretty cheap rate, and it's just a bet. The insurance company is betting that at the end of the term, that you're going to shake hands and part ways, and you're hedging your bet, right, in order to have some coverage. So the other world is whole life insurance or permanent insurance, universal life insurance. And most people prefer that because that's the type of insurance that'll build cash value. So as you're paying your premium each month, number one, the premium's going to stay level. And in some cases with universal, at some point you might even be able to have a policy paying for itself. But the premium stays level, and some of that premium's getting set aside into that cash value account and over time, and you can borrow from that. So this permanent insurance is in place, but we've added a very unique rider, and that rider gives you access to that money if you ever have the need for long-term care. Now, without getting into the weeds too deep, long-term care hinges on what they call 6 activities of daily living: bathing, dressing, transferring from a chair to a couch. There's 6 activities of daily living. And as we get older or due to injury or illness, we may need help with some of those. And if you need help with 2 out of those 6 activities of daily living, you can actually start tapping into the principal of your life insurance. So for example, if you have a $100,000 policy, you could tap in at the rate of 2% of your face value, in this case, $2,000,
right,
tax-free every month until the policy is gone. So most times, obviously, if something happens, I don't know, we were talking earlier, I grew up in Western Pennsylvania. Whenever somebody needed help with their activities of daily living, it's family that takes care of it, right?
Exactly.
And your family and friends will be there too, as will mine. However, long-term care is not like acute care. This is not going to the hospital, getting something patched up, and in a month or 2, you're back up and running. Long-term care could persist for weeks or months or potentially years. And I've seen it in my family, maybe, you or the people, joining us have as well. When that becomes the case, you need to have a little help for the family. It's good to be able to bring somebody in, even just to do chores, whatever it might be. And this this policy would give you that tax-free money every month to use to pay for that care, to use to pay to have somebody coming in to relieve your own, your family members, from some of that responsibility.
Sure.
So that was the idea, was to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. There are policies out there that are specific to long-term care.
Right.
They're becoming few and far between. When I
Really?
Yes, when I started in insurance back in 2001 or 2002, I specifically came into insurance to sell long-term care coverage because I had seen it in my family and it resonated with me.
Sure.
I went with General Electric, which was the 800-pound gorilla in that market at that time. And they are gone.
Really? Wow.
Every one of the competitors that I was selling a product against, gone. And that industry was turned upside down. Whenever they went out and sold the products, they miscalculated. They thought that everybody was going to keep the policy for a bit and pitch it, dump it at some point. They did not. They're hanging on to them. And so now they've shut off all new sales of those types of those types of products. And they're paying the claims, that are coming in from everybody who's kept them. So this approach is a lot smarter, actually, in my opinion. It is a life insurance product. If you have the insurance and you never need a day of long-term care, you still get the life insurance payout when that day arrives. So you don't have to think about it. The big issue whenever I was originally talking to people was, I may never need it. I'm not going to pay all this money. I never need it. And then, I've lost all that money. That
Right.
was a big mental hurdle for a lot of people.
Yep.
And this takes away, this removes that hurdle completely. You're going to need, most people want to have some life insurance. And
Sure.
the
At
rates
least your
on
beneficiaries will get the benefit of it at some future time if you don't use it.
exactly. And
Right.
most people don't really think about the fact when you buy an insurance policy and you're paying whatever it is the premium is. If you have a $50,000, which by the way, with this insurance, anybody that's an MSATP member can get $50,000 worth of coverage with only one question to answer, and that is, have you been in the hospital in the past 6 months? So all of those height, weight, high blood pressure, all of those issues go away, and you can get some insurance and have it for your beneficiaries.
Okay.
So when you have the insurance, that hurdle goes away because you're paying for something that your beneficiaries are going to collect at some point. The bonus. Now, a lot of life insurance policies, you might say, okay, oh well, I know mine has a terminal illness, rider, and I can get the money before I'm actually dead if I need it. Terminal illness is one thing. Long-term care is a complete different animal.
Because you might not be terminal and you need long-term care.
Exactly. Alzheimer's, people can live for years and years, and they,
Right.
So, God forbid, just, in order to have some extra security for your family, cover all the final expenses, maybe at least provide some additional income, because the family members are going to have to make adjustments, to help them get through that transition period. It's a prudent thing. Life insurance is something that most people believe, is part of every financial portfolio. I'm not a financial advisor, but I can tell you, that's typically people want to have at least some life insurance. This is a great way to do it at great rates and have that special rider that will actually let you take that policy and use it slowly over time, 2%. Even 2% of a $50,000 policy is $1,000 a month, tax-free.
Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, have somebody come in, just to help relieve. I've got to run errands. I have an uncle right now who's actually going through that with his wife. God bless her. They're both in their 80s. And he finally, realized he had to have somebody come in just so he could run all the errands that he needs to run. He doesn't want to burden his kids, with having to use their time. So he's paying somebody to come in. So.
Well, that's nice. That's a nice feature.
That was a lot of talking, Bill. I apologize. Do you have any?
No. Yeah. Well, my question is that life insurance policy that you're talking about, isn't that the one that it's just during a certain time period that it's open with the no medical questions?
Excellent. Thank you for bringing that up. What we've done is, anytime you're going to offer guaranteed issue to a group, you want to try to protect yourself from adverse selection. And the carriers know this. Adverse selection is when only the sick people want the insurance. And this happens a lot. When people buy a policy, they're put into an insurance pool.
Right.
And over time, as more claims start coming in, they start to bump the rates up. This is happening in health insurance quite a bit, or even sometimes in the Medicare world, which, by the way, we can help with Medicare as well. We've helped a lot of our clients transition to that stage. But when that pool starts to shrink, the healthy people will jump out and go find something better. But when you can't pass that underwriting, when you don't have that flexibility to move from pool to pool, you are going to be at the mercy of that insurer. So what we did is we negotiated an open enrollment period that'll run from now until September 30th.
Okay.
Between now and September 30th, you can go online. We have an online enrollment system that will allow you to get more information about the insurance, the prices of the insurance, and the application, how to apply for it. So we've tried to make it as easy as possible for everybody, who's working from home or doesn't, maybe it's not as convenient to try to print things and sign them and scan them and all of that stuff. So,
Sure.
but that's an excellent point. So we have between now and September 30th. So we've got about another 6 weeks, 7 weeks in order for people to take advantage. And you can also buy policies for your spouse as well.
Okay. With the no health questions or whatever?
Yes.
Is that guaranteed issue as well?
You have to buy some insurance for yourself. I'd have to double check on whether or not the spouse gets some guaranteed issue as well.
Okay. But any member would be eligible for a guarantee issue policy.
Any member, yes, would be
Right,
able
okay.
to would be eligible for guaranteed issue up to $50,000.
Okay.
You can buy more than that. If you're
Right.
in good health, there's nothing, to prevent you from getting a policy up to $500,000.
Okay.
And again, this is universal life insurance. So this is cash
It's a
value.
permanent, yeah, it's a permanent insurance.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Now,
who is the company that it's being underwritten through?
this is actually through Transamerica,
Uh-huh.
which is one of the largest, insurers in the country, going back many years, and very strong, financially rated company.
Okay.
Yep, not a fly-by-night. Good question.
Okay.
Not Mark and Bill's Insurance Inc.
Right, exactly.
Trust us.
Right, we just want to collect the premiums.
Yeah, I got
Payouts. Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't know that was part of the deal.
So tell us a little bit about the commercial line insurance that you guys offer as well for members.
Yeah. So there are lots of insurances that if you're going to be in business that you're required to have by the state or by the federal government. And as you know, Jack, who is he's been with us, for the past couple of years, to help put together a couple of programs that make it quick and easy to pick up some insurances. A couple of the ones that jump to my mind are the error and omissions.
Uh-huh.
Sure. I mean, I admire accountants. My confidence when it comes to all that math, gets a little shaky. But errors and omissions is something that we as insurers also have to, we're required to carry, and we have to have those policies so we understand it. And the other is cybersecurity. And right now, I mean, obviously, we just are going through a seismic change in the way we're all doing business. And if, most small businesses have already been doing work from home.
Right.
It's now bringing, to a point, all of the need for computer security and protecting all that personal health information or personal information in general of your clients. So we've got a couple of those policies that are quick and easy to pick up. However, we also do workers' comp and general liability and professional liability for companies that are in business where they have partners. People don't, sometimes they don't think about the fact that, what happens if one of these partners dies?
Right.
Or worse yet, what happens if one of them becomes disabled? And now we've got this other part, this other family, that we're going to have to deal with. So there are arrangements that you can do beforehand, well thought out and structured, so that they're called business continuation policies, like key man policies, buy-sell agreements, cross-sell. So anybody out there who has a partner or partners really ought to be thinking about, do we want to deal with this under the stress of the situation? Or do we think this through now and do it in a very logical manner so that we have the minimum disruption to our business?
Okay. Well, very good. Tell us what we need to do to get in touch with you for our members so that we can move forward with this.
Yes. Well, if you can get a hold of the brochure, whether digitally or be watching your mail, so we're going to be having these mailed out to all the members soon. Our contact information would be on here. My email is Marc, M-A-R-C, at questinsurance.us, not .com. mark@questinsurance.us, and our phone number is 703-961-8886. That's 703-961-8886. And of course, we have our website address. In the brochure is the link that you click that'll take you to the enrollment site where you can get more information on the dental, the vision, as well as the life insurance that we were discussing.
Okay. Well, Mark, thank you very much for joining us this morning. And I look forward to working with you as a partner in the future. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I'm looking very forward to working with you, learning more about, all your members and helping them with whatever their insurance needs are. You guys have a great day today.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill.